You will never believe this.
As you know, ChatGPT 5.5 came out yesterday and it blew my mind. I used it in Codex, not knowing how to code, and it shocked me what it was able to create. Don't get me wrong, I briefly used Codex before, I've briefly used Claude Code before, I've written little programs and stuff, but I've never used JavaScript, I've never built my own app, even though I started a company for an app that did over $10 million in revenue. So I know a lot about the app ecosystem. I personally never developed one, and I never thought I would be able to create something so good with just English. Now, if you're not a developer, do not get discouraged by this confusing VS Code setup. I literally just texted asking it for me to build an app in plain English in a very similar manner to ChatGPT's website. It created all the files, and I'm going to show you what it made. And I can't reiterate this enough. I literally just opened VS Code, this code editor right here. I opened up a brand new folder. It had 0 files, and I only gave it this prompt. I said, make an app. I didn't say anything about how to make the app or anything. It handled everything. And here is the app. It's called Turkish Quest, and with just one prompt, I was also able to create Spanish Quest. Now, don't get me wrong, I understand that Duolingo as a company has thousands of people and they have crazy language learning that's a lot more complex than this app. So I don't think this is going to kill Duolingo in any realistic manner, but I think it illustrates how crazy of a program you can build with just a few prompts on Codex. And another thing I wanted to share, I upgraded to the Pro plan, which cost $100 a month. But look, I used 2% of my weekly coding just to build this. So it used such a small amount of money to build this entire thing, if you really think about it. And I understand that it's probably subsidized on Codex, and I'm using Codex and VS Code instead of the own Codex app. The only reason why I didn't use the website version is because I wanted to store all the files and continuously iterate on it, which it's extremely good at doing. But now that I explained all that, let's get into how this app works. Okay, so you saw the starting prompt I used to create this entire app. I did a bunch of iterations. I maybe gave it around 10 prompts after that. Each time it took 5 to 10 minutes to make the changes. We turned this from like an EXP-based thing to a streak-based thing. We have the Learn tab, we have the Numbers tab, and we have the Quest tab. And you can see there's a little bit of a glitch on the movement when you go between these two. I'll have that fixed in just a little bit. But as you can see here, we have the Learn tab, which allows you to basically learn all the words, and it can add more and more words with just a command on Codex. But basically, we have the basics, the food, the people, the places, the things, the colors, the actions, the time. It came up with all of these ideas on its own. I didn't give it any specific words or anything. And then I had to give it a little bit of coaching on creating these icons. But you see the icons are extremely good. You can see that this represents a water, this represents a bread, and this represents a coffee. Like, it's very visible. Then we have the Numbers tab where you can go through the numbers. So
1, 2, 3, 4.
So you can go through all the numbers, and this example is Turkish. And the cool part about this is originally the voices just didn't work correctly in Turkish. I know a little bit, at least enough to understand that they weren't correct. I just told Codex, fix this. It literally fixed it. I don't even know how it did it. I didn't connect any APIs. I didn't give it access to my credit card. It literally just figured all this stuff out on its own. And then we land at the most important tab. This is the Quest tab. This is where you'd actually learn, and it gives you one word. It then speaks it, and then you have to guess what it is. So let's just play it and see how it goes.
Kitap.
All right, so let's go with book.
Bu kitap.
Okay, we're correct. Not only that, we got that cool green animation indicating that we got it right. Then there was a countdown, and then it gives us to the next word. I believe this one is hotel. As you can see, I just noticed it's an X instead of like a check mark. So that's one thing to think about. But also the key bindings work. I hit 3 right here.
Sayı 3.
Boom. I hit 3 and it goes through.
Günaydın.
It gives me the word in a sentence too, which is really cool. A little bit quick when I'm recording. You can see I have this streak right here. I have a streak of 3. I have this little guy in the background. And then also like the background, as you level up on your streak, you get like a cooler background here. So we're going to do
Günaydın,
good morning
nasılsın?
there. And it gave us a sentence. We have the next word.
Ben
I'm gonna
dinlemek
click that
istiyorum.
right there. And then
3,
now we're on 5. And then, you could cheat if you wanted to
3,
by going to this tab,
3.
but we know it's 3.
Sayı
So we're
3.
going to do 3. It's kind of funny. I noticed that it's an X when you
Öğretmen.
get it right, which is something I will be changing. But there's all these little things that, I can just iterate, give a prompt to Codex, and it will fix it all. And it almost always does it on the first try. All right, this one is a little bit more challenging. I know it's not yes. I know it's not water. I know it's not 13. So we're going to go with
Öğretmen
teacher.
burada. 13.
Okay, so this would be 10 plus 3, so
Sayı
13.
13.
As you can see, the
İçmek.
animation in the background is going even crazier. This one, not this, not this.
Ben
Yep,
içmek
okay.
istiyorum.
Process of elimination, as you can
Su.
see, we hit this next level. We're going to do water
Su
here.
istiyorum.
You can see another background change. I mean,
Çocuk.
this has genuinely actually helped me, learn these words because I was a lot worse before I built it and I still have a long way to go. But as you can see, it's just blowing my mind how cool of an app that it produced so quickly. Okay, then, this is not good. Not sorry. I don't think it's sugar.
Çocuk burada.
Okay, we got lucky again.
15.
Okay, on base. That would be on is 10, so this is 15, I think. Okay, so I actually got this right on the first time, and I only had to secretly look up one word to make sure that I got it. But this is going to be 15, and once I hit this, we're going to hit our 12 streak, which is the highest streak that it's programmed to do.
Sayı 15.
So we get this really cool
11.
background. We have the full level up here. And the coolest part now is with one prompt, I was able to translate this entire thing into Spanish. We can just click this tab right here. We're now in Spanish. We can learn the words in Spanish, the same words, the same numbers. Noche is night.
Duermo por la noche.
And I'm going to go into Codex and show you
Escribir.
how simple it was to do this. Okay, and here was the prompt. It was just English. It was like anyone could have come up with this. Like, I don't even need to make a tutorial. That's how easy it is. I literally just gave it this prompt. It worked for 12 minutes. It created the little switcher between the two, and it saves the progress on whichever version of the app you're on. So if you're on like a 12 streak on Spanish and you go to Turkish, you'll have a unique streak on that other app. I just think this is just so incredibly cool. I mean, I'm going to be looking into this so much more. I'm going to be working on this. I know Sandro is working on Claude Code automations right now for all the video stuff we're doing. I just wanted to get this out here because I just thought this was one of the moments that just blew my mind. These models are just advancing so fast. This is way better than it was just a couple months ago, whether it's Claude or Codex that you're using. It's just so good. And then obviously if you're a developer, then you know how to deploy it, you know how to optimize it, you know how exactly everything works in it, and you could just do so much more. I think this is pretty close to an actual shippable product. And if not, I think within a few days, I could turn it into something that could be actually launched. And keep in mind, this video is not sponsored. So if you do want to join my school community, link in the description. If you're into generative AI video, definitely go there, join the 1.3 thousand people where we absolutely dive deep into everything you can do, including the case study on my Instagram that I got over 950 million views in the last couple of months, millions of new followers. All the techniques I use to do that is in the school community. And most likely my next video is going to be reaching 1 billion views. And if you want to see that video, make sure to subscribe, follow me on Twitter, and I'll see you guys later.